What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Rod JB. Got a little special video for y'all today. This video is called View. Well, it's actually called Return of the Q, and then slash View the Q. Anyway, let me clean this lens off because it's looking a little dirty. This car, I found it in Minnesota. And it was based off of just me looking for cars. I was looking for different cars. I was looking for a Porsche and all of this other stuff, and looking for just a bunch of different things or whatever. You know, Porsche, Infinity trucks, just a whole bunch of different things. And something said to me, "Why don't you check this car out right here?" And I was like, "Well, think how you had that thought in your mind, and then you don't want to do something that you did before because you feel like if you do it again, then it's just gonna be the same situation over again." But the thing about me, whenever I do anything, I don't stop at one. Sometimes I feel like it's better to just leave it alone, but then when that voice inside of my head tells me, "Don't be scared, go ahead, do what you got to do to fix the issue, fix the problem," then it'll it usually gets done. This car is in real good condition from what I can see. I paid $3,000 for it. If you look hard enough, you'll find that maybe you find somebody's junk and somebody else's treasure. The man that got rid of this car, this particular Q, he bought a Buick. This car was giving him issues. The dealership told and informed him that it was an injector. But since I've had the car, I've found other issues with it. I'm smelling oil, which I'm assuming that's coming from the oil pan gasket, because if you look under the hood, everything looks pretty clean other than the dirt that I've been putting on it, from driving it, here and there every now and then with my girl. And so I'm smelling oil. I'm hearing a little ticking, somewhere around the bottom or the middle of the engine. And then I think that's a converter. I know there's a couple of converters on here that's stopping up or are either stopped up. So I'm gonna have to replace those converters. Not all four though. I'm only putting two back on because you only required to have two anyway. So I'm only putting two back on, and then after I get done doing the two converters, then I'll proceed to just see if there's any other issues with this car or whatever, and then that'll be that. But now, to get back, to what I was talking about, viewing the Q. So as you can see, I'm sitting inside the driver's seat right now as this man over there with the dog is being nosy. He's so concerned about this car and me and what I'm doing in this car. You know how they are. But anyway, this is the passenger side of the vehicle that I'm showing you all in the back passenger side. When I bought it, the car was like this. It does have some damage, on some of the areas, but in the back, as you can see, is nothing. I put my Bible up in here because I always think, I always know that God covers everything, including us, of course. We always the first. That's the driver's side right there, back. As you can see, it's got the little wood trim. Whether it's real or fake, I really don't know. But I know it's got the wood trim, on both sides. Down in there, there's an ashtray. There's an ashtray. It's like 4 ashtrays up in this car, I think. Well, 3 ashtrays. 2 in the back. And then, because it's not one here. It's not one here. So, and then this is the passenger seat. You see it's in pretty good condition. I mean, I think the only thing that's jacked up on here maybe is the driver's seat, and then there's a wire that I gotta fix. And see this mirror here? You see how clean it? Everything is like kind of like two-tone, but it works, and it just needs to be cleaned. Though I haven't gotten a chance to do a spring cleaning on the car yet. But as you can see, everything works. Yeah, it's two-toned. It's like a dark brown or something up in here. Like chocolate brown. When you hit this part of the car. But then when you go down here, you got the wood all everywhere, like literally, like, yeah, the whole thing here is all like a wood grain touch, I like to say, because I don't think it's real wood grain. It's just what they did back in the 90s. the early 90s. This is a 91 Q45, by the way, for you all that don't understand Qs. Key. Anybody that want to know where I got this car from, it's called Paul Bush. It's over in Minnesota. Sure, you got more than one dealership. They're very professional. Like those guys, man. Gave me a good deal on this car. That's the ashtray with the original thing in it. And by the way, I do have all of these. They're all original. On that side right there, that speaker works, but on this side, this speaker here doesn't work. I can turn the radio on for y'all so y'all can hear it in a little bit. The clock, once again, doesn't work. Remember when I had the last Q45, the clock didn't work. So once again, I got another Q where the clock doesn't work. So I'm not tripping about that. That ain't a big deal to me. These lights do work. I'm gonna replace them. I got some bulbs right in here right now that I want to replace them with. These are the bulbs that go in here, but I got to figure out how to take this off because it's a little complicated. I don't know if you're supposed to go up in there and slide it out or how to do it, but I don't want to tear nothing up. So therefore, I ain't worrying about it just yet. I'm gonna wait till it get a little warmer outside and then maybe go to YouTube video or something like that and do that. And then here, you know, that's those functions for this here. By the way, y'all, I got my car got scratched. My car got scratched. I went to an automatic wash and took the car in the little thing, and I heard it when it scrubbed the top of my car, and it scratched the top of my car. It really messed it up, man. I'll show y'all that scratch in a minute. So be careful when y'all take y'all cars there. I mean, I've been told before that somebody might do that. You know, I mean, that the wash might do that if you take your car there, but I didn't think this was going to happen, but it did. Once again, this is all the glance of the car. You can see where they, up here before they sold it, they try to seem like they clean a little bit. It still needs some cleaning, though. There's a lot of touches that need to be done. Like this leather interior, I don't know if that's a dark beige. It's like almost like a peanut butter dark beige. You know, I'm really trying to, you know, gather the color of that. Start it up for you, you know. See the steering wheel go down and then come out at you. Original exhaust, you know, so it's quiet when it starts up until I do what I'm going to do to it. Everything in there. It's got a little jump to it because that converter over there is stopped up. Now, I'm going to go outside. Oh, let me show you this radio, by the way. For y'all that don't understand this part, this thing opens and closes. As you can see, still works. What I'm not getting, what I'm having problems with is this thing here. This thing, every now and then, it'll come on, but for some reason, the display don't want to work. But as you can see, it works. Everything on here works. Even if I was to put it on automatic, it do its own thing. You see how it's getting a little, you know, stronger. Everything works. This thing was on the day that I bought the car, but for some reason, I think that it might have like a little short up in there or something. You know, I don't want to be, you know, banging on the car too much, you know. But I let my girl drive this car one day to work, and she told me that the thing came on while she was driving the car, and I was like, really? She was like, yeah. She was like, they think you got a short. I mean, they think it's a fuse. I'm like, well, if it was a fuse, it wouldn't have done that at all. So I just think that it's just one of them things where the display is going out because it's got a short in it. But the thing is, see all this you got to take apart just to get that out, man. It's like that's whew, a lot of work. I'm sure it's probably a pop out and then got some screws and all this other stuff under that. The radio sound good. The way that I see it set up, it's got them two speakers in the back. That thing in the middle is not a speaker. That's a what do you call that thing? A storage bin, something like that. Like I said, that speaker right there works. I don't have the tweeters like my boy had on this 95 because this is an earlier gen. This speaker right here, that one doesn't work. And unfortunately, I don't have the tweeters. So I just get the 4 speakers. The one here. Oh, show you something else. Turn this down. Let's get the thing out. This is the original thing. Got the card up in there. Original owner stuff. You know, all this stuff is from like back in 1991. Yeah. All from back in 1991. Check it out. This the original sticker, y'all, from back in back in fucking 1991, yo, when they first sold the car. $16 and $22 on the miles, possibly $18 and $26. See if I can pull this piece of sticker that the car had on it without damaging this original. Yeah, there we go. I'll put that right there and just get rid of it. See? It show everything. 4.5, 278 horsepower dual overhead cam V8 4-speed automatic overdrive trans with second gear start future. Speed sensitive power, very vigorous, whatever that says. Viscous limited slip differential, 4-wheel multi-link suspension, 4-wheel power disc brakes with analog system brake. 16 by 6.5 by 15. That was the wheel size. Let's see, fluoride clear coat paint finish, airbag supplement, restraint system, automatic theft deterrent system. Y'all see that? Automatic theft deterrent system. Heated outside mirrors, power tint slide, sunroof with one touch button feature, rear window defogger with timer, power trunk, and fuel door release. Yeah, I mean, it's just, and they look back in the day how much this car was. $40,000, man. That's expensive back in 91. But anyway, this is the original thing that was in the window when the original owner bought it. This car is a 2-owner. It had one person. First, let me turn this down so I don't have any issues with that. Yeah, bought it new. Sold it to one of his friends for cheap, probably, I'm sure. And everything that's up in here. What is this here? Oh, okay. Yeah. Everything up in here, y'all. Everything. All the original papers, everything. And that's what I'm saying. Even got, I'm gonna show y'all something else. It's even got the other original stuff. I'm gonna put that stuff back in there a little neater later. I'm gonna try to organize it and put it back in there later. I'm just want to kind of nip through the video to try to not make it too long for y'all or too boring for y'all. So let's put this thing back, fold it back, and now let y'all check this out. This right here, I didn't know what the heck this was when he first gave it to me. Come to find out, this is where your keys are at. But I took them. I think I took all of them out of here because I didn't want to leave no keys in the car. Better to have them on person, you know. Never leave them in the car. Yeah, see, there's 2 original keys, and then there's 2 valet keys. The valet keys won't allow anybody to get here. You know, like you see how the trunk right now is on. So they can't get in here to go, you know, to pop your trunk or anything like that because you have your glove compartment locked. And if they get in your glove compartment, that'd be the only way they'd be able to turn it on. So they got an on-off switch. You can't pop the trunk, you know, with this if this is turned off. That's the valet. I got all those keys. Matter of fact, they made an extra key, and I got that extra key. All I'm gonna put up. Yep, all my keys are put up. So the only thing that's sitting in the car right now is an empty key case. 2 originals. And 2 valets, they all with me, baby. All with me, baby. So yeah, that's what that is right there. There's another manual sitting in the back of this car that I'm gonna show y'all because I'm about to get out and show y'all the actual look of the car. As you can see, I got my registration for it and everything. The title for this registration is already put up, so in a safe place. Yep, car's paid for, and it's in good condition. That's what I like about it. Now I'm gonna get out the car and let me show y'all, you know, a little bit of little view on the outside. Somewhere about 7 o'clock, y'all. Clearly can see that this car is in really good condition. I just waxed it not too long ago. It's got rust spots like the other one had. I want to get, you know, fix it on that soon, you know, because I don't want it to get any worse than that. I want to probably like, get up in there and, put some body mold or something up in there and then sand it down or whatever, get that right. Look over here, I just, like I said, I just waxed it, but it got a little bit back dirty because, been driving it or whatever. But as you can see, clearly see that it's in pretty good condition when it comes down to the detailing. But I mean, it still, need a little more cleaning. I got two different types of waxes. This mirror right here is broken, but it's taped up right now. And what I want to do is I want to take some more glue, because it was hanging down further than this at first, but I put some glue on it and then put the tape on it to keep it, kind of solidified. As you can see, it's kind of got a little bit of movement to it, but I think the whole thing might be moving. But, if it breaks again, I'll fix it again. As you can see, the detail lines on the car, everything is pretty much clean. It's got like some bad spots on here, like this right here, for instance. You can see where they did little touch-ups on it or whatever. Car's 32 years old. Here's the second rust spot. As you all know, they always rust around there. You can see where they tried to touch it up. Little minor things. The Q45. This right here fell off. This fell off, and this fell off, and I had to glue them both back on. So now they're back on, and looking good like they supposed to. Everything's original when it comes to the exhaust. You see. Quiet. I don't have nothing on that side. It's just this side, original. I'm gonna get a hit of that tag just in case this car ever gets stolen. I know what tag it's got on it. Now, this car has these wheels right here. I'm not really sure if these are the original wheels that came with this particular one, but I had two sets of wheels that came with it. The same wheels that you seen on the other Q, the red one, I have a whole set of those too. So I don't know, but this wheel is interesting, man. I don't even know how to get that sucker. Oh, there it is, the key. He got a key. I got those keys. Yeah, I got two of those keys. Yep. Get those wheels off. Pop the trunk so y'all can see what it look like up in there. Trunk is right there. All the other things, you know how it is. The trunk, as you can see, got the original stuff. Original. It's got the 10-disc CD change up in it and everything. This trunk didn't have nothing in it at first. It's got the spare, all that stuff. The jack up in there. It's up in there. Look. When I say everything on this car is original, it's original, man. Everything in here. Everything in here, see? Service manual. Still in there. All this other stuff is my junk that I just put in there because I was cleaning the car, which is probably going to come out soon. The back seat. This leather needs to be moisturized. So I'm gonna do some some more moisturizing up and on this car. This is the thing right here where you can put stuff in the storage. Let me see if I can get it open. Yeah, that thing that you seen in the trunk was in here, and I took it out. What is this now? I didn't even know this was in there, guys. Oh, it looked like some something that was replaced on the car. Oh shit! Like they replaced the injectors, bro. Look, I didn't know they replaced that many injectors, man. I'm gonna take these in and check them out. All right, I didn't see those in there when I first looked in there. Yep. In much better condition than the other car that I had was in. I mean, it's really in good condition. I mean, everything about it is right on point. The guys that had the car that used to drive it, they obviously didn't drive it too much and didn't drive it too hard. You see, that's raggedy. And then the driver's seat, it's okay. I mean, it ain't in the best condition, but Yeah. But overall, the car, as you all can see, and this is from the back seat, me kind of standing up, it looks pretty good. Anybody riding in the back seat, I'm sure they'll be pretty comfortable. and it's clean, you know, on the inside. The only dirt that's up in here right now is probably some of the dirt that I had, and then it's just little specks and spots, and the leather is a little dirty. I can see that, but I'm gonna get some leather cleaner that got some moisturizer in it, so I can make the leather a little more soft than what it is now, because it's good, but you can tell that this car hasn't been detailed in a while, especially inside of it. This is, I think it's plastic. It looks like it's wrapped with a little leather too, plastic with some leather wrapped around it, something like that. Yep. All right, guys. Yeah, this your boy. You know how I do, man. I just had to get at y'all today because I want, you know, you all to check me out, you know, on the return of the Q. I have to admit, to me today, for this one, I've told my girl dozens of times that I believe this is a blessing from God, no doubt. You know, look at the ashtrays; they're very clean. You know, just everything's original, man. All the lights work. Look at the panel. I gotta clean it to, you know, give it a better cleaning, but it's got some wax on it. I think I waxed it and then forgot to take the wax off. But yeah, you know, I mean, yeah. So the ashtray, you know, everything looks good, man. Everything. The seat belts are intact. Everything in this car is intact. There'll be a lot of people being nosy and they trying to see who drives this car and all this and all that. You know, being nosy, asking questions about it. Always got to be in your presence when, you know, moving around, when you doing things, you know. Last thing I want to do is show y'all the engine. Listen to the bass. I like the bass. It's nice and clean, and that's the stock system. All the dirt from under the hood right now is me. Yeah, this right here is my doing, because when I first bought the car, it was cleaner than this. So I just gotta, you know, just clean it again. I probably end up steam cleaning the engine again. But like I told y'all before, I don't see any kind of oil leak under the hood. If you look down in there, you can actually see the exhaust manifold. You know, the one right here, that's the, you know, I don't know if that's cylinder number 1 or whatever that is, but you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, the 4th one back there. Everything is clean. It's so clean you can see everything down in there. Yep. The steering column side, I'm sure it's going to be a little tighter to see. Yeah. Oh no, shoot, you can look right down there and see that one too. I didn't think you could see it that easy. But yeah, you clearly can look down in there and in the right light. See it, you know, I can see 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one is kind of pushed back a little bit, yeah, but I do see 1, 2, 3. I see that for sure. And then the one that's a little hiding back there, I see it push. It's a little further back, a little push back. My camera probably won't pick that up, but I can see it. Got a lot of room over there though, shoot. But everything is clean, you know. I don't see any leaks or smell anything from the top, but inside the car you can smell it. So I know it's got to have a leak somewhere. I believe it's the oil pan gas. It's probably come from the bottom. But that's how the engine look. As you can see, it ain't shaking like the other engine was. But you can hear a little bit of pop on that side because that converter's getting clogged over there. So make it misfire a little bit. I'm getting all the converters taken off. This side running a little smooth, but you can still hear a little ticking too. All right. It's been your boy Rod JB. I just wanted to show y'all what's going on with the car. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, you hear it. It's got that little ticking. And then you go on the other side, it's got more of a woo sound because that converter is stopped up over there. So I'm getting stopped up. So I'm going to have to get those removed and some converters put back on. All right. So I'm about to holler back at y'all another time. This video was strictly on talking about the Q. I have to holler back at y'all. Peace out.